Leagoo may not be the first manufacturer you think of when it comes to smartphones. Elite 1 is a very stylish yet affordable device, but is it any good? This is Linus, you're watching Gizmochina, stay tuned. To be honest, this is the first time I'm reviewing the Leagoo phone, and it made a great first impression by a nice looking box and great overall presentation. Everything's packed neatly, and the contents include the USB brick and the charging cable, OTG cable, a pair of headphones, SIM ejector pin, instruction manuals, and a screen protector. That's quite a bundle, I would say. When it comes to the design, we're looking at a very sleek and premium feeling device, which is very well made and it uses metal and glass sandwich construction. Also, it is quite a compact phone due to its 5 inches display. The front is covered with a Gorilla Glass 3, and on the top we have an LED which can light up in 3 different colors, earpiece, a generous 13 megapixel selfie camera, and a front-firing LED flash. Leagoo implemented a physical home button which also doubles as a fingerprint scanner, and it is said to be covered with a sapphire glass. Also, we have 2 backlit capacitive keys next to it. The back is also covered with a Gorilla Glass 3, but it is a fingerprint magnet as all glass surfaces. As far as optics, we have a 16 megapixel shooter with dual LED flash. The Leagoo Elite 1 has a quality frame, and on the right we have a bunch of controls which include a volume rocker, power key, and guess what? There is a camera shutter button, but it only has one stage. On the left there is a dual SIM or a combo of one SIM and the micro SD card slot. On the top there is a headset jack, and on the bottom you can find a mic, a speaker grill, and the USB port. Overall, I have to say that this is a premium looking phone with very good build quality that can rival much more expensive phones, as Leagoo Elite 1 costs just below $200 US. When it comes to the display, we have a 5 inches 1080p IPS panel which is nice and sharp to look at, but I found colors to be on the colder side for my taste. When it comes to the UI, we have a highly customized version of Android 5.1 Lollipop. First of all, we don't have an app tray, but we have a bunch of colorful icons, and if you don't like them, you can change the whole theme by simply pinching in on the display. Speaking of themes, you can download more of them on the dedicated store online. Whether you like gesture or motion controls or not, Leagoo included a bunch of them which are divided into different settings menus for some reason. Usually I only use double tap to wake feature, but I tried a few others and they work pretty good. When it comes to the fingerprint security, the setup is pretty straightforward, but I can't say that the fingerprint scanner is the fastest one. Yes, it is pretty accurate, but it just takes time to recognize your fingerprint. Another con is that it doesn't work straight from the standby mode. Overall, the UI is fast on the daily use, but you may see some choppiness in animations there and there if you are scrolling through menus very fast. However, it is far from a deal breaker. The Leagoo Elite 1 uses an octa-core MPK6753 chip with a clock speed of 1.3 GHz, 3 GB of RAM, and 32 GB of expandable storage. Well, we've seen these kind of specs on a bunch of China phones lately, but it all comes to the right implementation. Luckily, the phone manages to handle 3D games very well. Honestly, there were just a few minor skipped frames, but there is nothing worth complaining about, and you may get almost stutter-free performance. When it comes to the multimedia consumption, the loudspeaker is okay, but there's nothing to be impressed about. It lacks depth and the sound is a bit tinny, but oh well, this is what you usually get for this price. Despite lots of customizations in the UI, Leagoo decided to go with the stock MediaTek camera app we've seen on a lot of phones lately, and I guess it's okay. When it comes to the actual quality of the images, the 16 megapixels camera is capable of producing some sharp looking photos with a good amount of details, natural color reproduction, and great contrast. However, the sensor is having a hard time dealing with direct sunlight rays, and some of the pictures have softer focus on the corners. As usual, the quality declines when the sensor does not get as much light, but the Elite 1 is not that bad performer. Well, it is not great either, as the images have quite a lot of noise, not that much details, and the camera does not always illuminate the scene to make it more visible. Still, this phone is a bit better than lots of phones I've tested in this price range. When it comes to the selfie game, the camera is inconsistent. Sometimes you can get a decent looking photo, but the problem is that sometimes camera struggles focusing right, which leads to blurry images. The 1080p video is above average, I would say. Still, the footage could have more details and look a bit sharper overall. When it comes to connectivity, everything's working fine as I had no issues with signal reception or Bluetooth or GPS or Wi-Fi. The 2400 mAh battery does not sound impressive neither on paper nor in reality. I could get maximum of 3 hours of screen on time with the auto brightness on and one SIM card. Alright, so we came to the conclusions, and what I have to say is that Leagoo Elite 1 is a pleasant surprise, to be honest with you. The company is pretty serious about the presentation, and it can be seen from the packaging to the design and the materials used in this phone. It is a premium looking device that is compact, and the Elite 1 has a feature-rich UI, which is running smoothly most of the times, a well-optimized processing package, which leads to a good gaming performance. Also, the phone has a pretty good but not perfect camera. However, the Leagoo Elite 1 has a slow yet accurate fingerprint scanner, and the battery life does not impress. Other than that, the phone is a good offering considering the price if you don't mind a few shortcomings. And if you choose the Elite 1, no one will think this is a sub $200 phone. It was Linus, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the Gizmochina's YouTube channel. Also, I suggest you checking out gizmochina.com for a full written review and other Chinese phones news and reviews. Thanks for watching again, and see you in the next one.